Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bonus Action, where friends don't let friends adventure alone. I am your friendly neighborhood campaign manager, David Armstrong. Joining me at the table, as always, Jay, Jerron, Jason, Amanda, Josh, Adam, aka Brick, Marlon, Rory, Barbie, Todd, and Victor. When last we left off, what has been happening lately, y'all? Fill me in on where we are in the campaign. Confession, my computer hasn't been on this whole time, so I have no notes.
As in 100% no notes? We're great? We're good?
No, I have no idea. We're totally in uncharted waters. No, not really. But I'd like to get yours all's perspective. Where are we so far? What happened last time? What's happened so far?
We had a super fun chase scene that went great.
Yes.
Swimmingly well.
So, kind of, yeah.
Chasingly well, yeah.
Chasingly well. Yeah.
Chasingly well.
And we learned some things. We learned that that big old explosion we learned that things were coordinated, but they weren't totally coordinated.
Yeah.
Right? That there were multiple factions. Somebody
Right.
help me out here.
Yeah,
Everybody was working separate.
Yeah.
But I want to leave this up to Jay because the person that we met, our new best friend, was a detective.
Oh, yes.
But he was a great mouse detective.
Verisimilitude.
I'm going to be totally honest with you. I forgot about him.
We know.
And what a one. Yeah, he's our little sweet little guy. What was his name?
Ventitimus Cimber.
Ventitimus. We met a little Ventitimus mouse detective. Oh, thank you for reminding me. Of
course.
I forgot about our little cute little guy.
Yeah.
Look, there's a lot going on. Okay, you know
That ship is something I'm standing.
Oh yeah, he just wants to just keep him in his little pocket and build him a little house, just so he can just like solve his little crimes in there. And, we found out that we're probably going to have to be going to the Wild Countries version of the Feywild, which is called the Chaos Bloom.
Cosmic Hollow.
Cosmic Hollow.
There it is.
Cosmic Bloom. I don't know where that came from. It's my favorite part of this segment right now is that we're all just talking over Jason, and he's just like, I know all the things.
I'll give him a chance. But if I get it wrong.
Yeah, they'll be listening to you all, but they will be watching Jason swear.
Yes.
He's going. Yes. So you did find out all of those things, and eventually, yes, about basically 2/3 of this kind of unrelated attack at the parade point towards, as Jay said, Wild Countries version of the Feywild, the Cosmic Hollow. And you maybe headed there. It sort of en route to deciding that. Some backstory also came forth
You
as
broke
well.
Barbie.
Yeah.
Wasn't hard. She wasn't actually that hard to break. You just asked the right questions.
Easily broken Barbie.
Easily
Terrible
broken.
merchandise. Terrible merchandise.
Although you have to keep replacing her, so it's kind of genius.
Pretty smart.
Very smart.
Every piece is a choking hazard.
Planned obsolescence.
Perfection.
Insane.
But yeah, Barbie lost a friend, lost a family member, lost a little bestie, and she definitely needs to go to the Feywild about it.
Yeah, she's doing everything to get him back.
Yep. And
But there was hesitation there.
oh, for sure.
We also didn't necessarily resolve how we're all
We were in the middle.
feeling about you.
Yeah, we were in the middle of asking questions when Todd remembered a story that he heard over a campfire about one of the people who were in the Cosmic Hollow. There were 3 of them, and they were trying to share power, and it didn't work out. So the other 2 ganged up on this person, kicked him into the void,
Yes.
and
The Cosmic Bloom, I think is what.
yeah, kicked him into the void.
What it's
and
called now?
That person was really bad because they came back and took out the other 2 and caused the creation of the Feywild. Right? Is that?
Pretty much, yes. Yeah, pretty much. That would be the general interpretation of that fairy tale, yes.
And what would be the lieutenant interpretation?
Huh, well, it would be a lot more regimented. What? That's not, no, it's not a pun at all. No, I just said nonsense. Anyway, welcome to Wild Country.
Just let us hype you up, man.
So hell and well met. Your destiny's not set. When you're a misfit, everything's miss or hit. Better think fast. The die is cast. So hell and well met. Your destiny's not set. Where once it was just you, now we're all coming to. You're not on your own, 'cause friends don't let friends adventure alone. It's time to be a hero.
I don't want to leave the exact moment where we left off necessarily right away. If there's anything that would like to be accomplished in this moment, I welcome that. But I will also open it up to you basically have your route to the Feywild. You'll have to go to Illendale. Rather than doing any sort of travel episode, we're basically going to travel montage it. We can cut into if there's any conversations or anything like that that you would like to try and accomplish on the way to Illendale. You can do that. If there's anything that you would like to accomplish before leaving Selbin, before leaving the capital, we can also cut in those scenes as well. So this is basically the introduction of downtime, which is something that is kind of vague in the rules of D&D. It has some things that it has this list of things that players can go and try and accomplish. I think maybe not in this season, but maybe in a future set or something like that. I do want to try and gamify downtime a little bit more, so we might introduce that eventually. But for the time being, I'm going to leave it kind of open-ended. If there's any sort of miscellaneous things you want to accomplish or any conversations that you need to have, we're going to cut in and out past and present. Make sense?
Sure.
Love it.
I think we should go back to immediately where we just were.
Please.
Okay, 1 second.
Incredible.
Wow.
Incredible.
I'm an actor.
Wow. The winner.
Does anyone have any other questions about the situation that they want to ask?
Barbie, for her part, is just looking really defeated and embarrassed and sad. So that's just kind of the general energy you're dealing with from her.
Well, I think he's pretty single-minded here. He just wants to help Barbie, so he's trying to be supportive as best he can, and he's like kind of looking at everyone this seems we got to do this.
Sometimes you make choices, and sometimes those choices kind of blow up in your face a little bit, but that doesn't mean that you can't make a better choice the next time.
Yeah.
You know? Trust me. Trust me.
Well, Brick, I think you make pretty good choices.
I try. But yeah, if we're gonna go someplace a lot of us have never been before, we should probably figure out, how it works there, what their money is. Maybe it's I don't know, like flowers. That'd be fun. There's probably a lot of stuff going on there that we don't even really understand. Like maybe people talk through their butts.
I didn't encounter any butt talkers, but maybe.
I
There
don't
were
know.
flowers, for
I don't know.
sure.
That's me just using my imagination. I just think that'd be funny. I just try to lighten the mood. Sorry, you're not
That's
feeling
okay.
great.
No, you're funny.
Anyways,
I do that anyway after a big meal.
Do people talk
No,
with their butts?
nothing?
Do they have their special pants?
Todd just looks around. What?
I think you'd have to have special pants.
Like
Yeah.
everybody just wears assless chaps?
Well, all chaps are technically assless. I've made quite a few chaps in my day.
Would they call them assless chats? Because
Ah, yes.
They're good.
As full chats.
Asshole chats?
we should sell those.
Before we get on to this million gold idea, I just want
We just found the name of the post-episode show where we talk about the episode.
Asshole chats.
Our Talking Dead is called Asphalt Chat.
Chats.
I feel like we should maybe address the manticore in the room. Barbie, I think you are smart, and I think you know and have a sense that this figure that gave you your powers maybe in retrospect didn't have your best interest at heart. That's what I'm hearing. I'm very suspicious of someone who comes swooping in to play the hero after unexplained tragedy.
I mean, she's never been mean to me, you know. She's only ever, well, I mean, she's a little scary, but you know, she might also be listening.
You've seen my dad, right?
Yeah.
People don't have to be overtly evil to not care about you.
Barbie goes.
And I just want to say, I think we were all uncertain about what you were going to say to us, but I think we can all see that somebody took advantage of you. And that is, I think, something we can all get behind to help right. I don't think any of us are, I don't want to speak for everybody, I'm not thrilled about going to the Cosmic Hollow. I don't like that we were being led there. I don't like the puppet master and all that, but I like you. And that's what you do when you care about folks.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm sorry I got us into this. You're right. It was stupid. I shouldn't have trusted her. I didn't know.
No, that's not what I'm... Brick, help me out.
We got your back. Let's go.
Yeah.
There's no behind, there's only forward now. And with the forward, maybe there are people that talk with their butts, but, you know, we'll find out when we get there. But if we're not going to meet people like that behind us, well, maybe we will. I mean, anyways, let's go!
No. We're not going to the Cosmic Hollow right now.
Right now?
No.
Why not?
We are not prepared for this, Brick. Barbie, I'm sorry about your friend and your situation. And I know what it's like to want to help your family. But we are not prepared for this situation.
We weren't prepared for the arc fire in Kasha either.
No, we were not. We were lucky. Let's have a sober assessment of what happened only a couple of months ago. We went to the prison of Bataya, and we basically got our butts kicked. This group has only been together for not even a year. Hell, we don't even have a name. We almost died. We got lucky. Rory, his quick wits saved all of us. Marlon, you were willing to jump off the building to protect the arc fire.
I'm glad you didn't, though.
Yeah, we're very glad you didn't, but we could have lost you. Brick's decision to shoot at the arc fire, while it all worked out, was a big risk. And I'm glad it didn't truly blow up in all of our faces. Kasha and her group, we, as a collective, were not ready for that. If it wasn't for Rory's quick thinking and Barbie's skill with a slingshot, that whole fight could have gone really differently, and we would not all be standing here. Hell, I got knocked unconscious by a bunch of bugs.
Then what do we need to do? What do we need to do to be ready in your eyes?
We need to come together as a group and actually practice as a group. We need to drill. We need to figure out how we operate. Because this team comp is unorthodox. I grew up around, you guys know what I grew up around. We had all manner of skilled individuals there. Well, my dad went and on different missions. We had different people filling different roles. We don't have that luxury. We have 2 barbarians, 2 mages, and 2 guys that punch and swing a sword really good. We are unorthodox, but we can do stuff that others can't, but we need to practice like that. And if we are going into a situation where we have no intel, where we are at the enemy's basically beck and whim, the Feywild is, from what little I know about it, is insane. There are no rules there. We need to come together as a group and actually work together as a group. The fight of the parade, we did great, but we were all basically doing our own thing. It was also over very quickly. Good job to all of us on that. But like, whatever happens in the Feywild, especially if we're going up against some arch-fey creature that has powerful enough to abscond with Barbie's family member and give her powers from the Feywild, and is apparently talking in her head, like, guys, Kasha was only a couple years older than me, and some of the other Z-Knights that we took out were. Whatever this creature is probably hundreds, maybe thousands of years old. Brick, I think, is the oldest one among us.
Yeah, and even by dwarf standards, I'm pretty young.
Yeah.
DM, how long until Illendale? How long would it take to get there?
To sail, it would take about 5 days.
How long do we need to train in your estimation, Victor?
I think it depends on us. I mean, granted, there is... Barbie, is there some type of time limit here?
I mean, well, no, not strictly speaking, but I mean, clearly something is happening, and my magic has been changing, and things are pointing us in this direction, so it makes me think that, you know, maybe the longer we wait, the more time the enemy has to mobilize.
If we wait too long to keep training, it only gives them an opportunity to come to us again.
It does.
We do have the ability to kind of get the jump on them just a tad.
And did Marlon share anything about the shadow and the interrogation and that? Did we talk about?
The flashback?
No, the shadow sworn and the interrogation that you and Brick were in, where he like he black holed out.
Yeah, no. I don't think I talked about that.
Did Brick at all? Like, do we know that is another threat that we have to work?
Oh, yeah, I mean, assuming you didn't tell me not to, I assumed I informed the group of that.
Then I'll just say, if we don't deal, we should start working on some enemy, because the longer we give various factions time to prepare, that means we're just fighting things on multiple fronts. And I know very little about tactics, Victor, but I feel like if we can fight one fight at a time, or take the fight and not have as many enemies to deal with, then that's a better... I'd rather take those odds and being a little underprepared than allowing everybody to get to full strength and let their plans come to fruition.
Well, and maybe we could talk to somebody. Maybe there's somebody who knows about the Cosmic Hollow.
Well,
maybe
this,
we could, you know...
who did... Alistair was telling us, right, about a ranger?
Yes. The ranger, sorry. I was just watching. I forgot for one moment that I was the DM. Yes. So the ranger, I was about to have Barbie roll for this, but I don't think Barbie needs to roll for this. The ranger that Alistair was mentioning, and that he had mentioned to all of you, you feel pretty confident that he was talking about your dad.
Okay. Got it. I'm gonna just roll back my statement just the teeniest little bit. We're gonna retcon. I'll say like maybe you're right, Victor. We need to go in with more information, and I think the best way to do that is actually to go to Illendale, to go to my dad. I think he's the ranger that Alistair was talking about, and I think he can help us. And also, my family's very strong. There's some great places to train there, so we could do some, drills and stuff. Maybe we come up with like ways we can work together a little better, right? Like I've got this new skill where I was able to like help you guys with your magic a little more, and like we could come up with plans and I don't know, maybe think through how we could be a little bit more efficient as a team.
It'd be like a retreat.
Yeah. Are you telling us we're
That'd
going to
be
meet
fun.
the Ellendale Rescue Rangers?
Yeah. Yeah.
Josh just fades away. He's like, I came what I needed to do.
Can you make the green screen do the Homer Simpson?
Put me in a bush.
Ah, yes. I've achieved my final form. Thank you all.
Extended.
There is mercy in the mist.
Goodbye. Well, I'm for it. Whatever we decide. Because if that's what you think we should do, then I think that's what we should do.
I don't want to wait. I'm sorry, Victor. I know you're right. And why are you laughing at me? We need to get this taken care of. We need to figure this out because I don't have any control, and I'm sorry, and I feel like I've gotten us into a really big, scary mess, but we've got to resolve it. We're strong. We're so good. We can do this. I think we can. I think we can.
Of course we can.
And Victor, you know what the best part about a surprise attack is, right? Surprise! You see? You were surprised there. So that's what I'm saying, Victor.
I think what Todd means is the whole concept of Cosmic Hollow, what Alistair's talking about the parade, was chaos. We are kind of chaotic, but I think if we can nip the chaos problem in the bud, then we can handle the other ones with clearer minds, with tactics, but chaos is dangerous.
What time is it, DM?
Let's see. You were at this is the day after this is the same day as the parade. Same day as the parade still. It's starting to hit like early evening.
Okay. Five days to Illendale. We'll be probably sailing there, right?
Most likely, yeah. You there's a couple of overland routes that you could take, but at least some of it is going to require sailing.
Okay. We have to. Time is of the essence. We have 5 days basically of traveling and a few days of that on boat, plus a stopover in Illendale before we even approach the gate. And if there is places to train and learn in Illendale, we should definitely take that time. But guys, believe me, we need to take this seriously. We are going up against something unknown. And we really haven't gelled as a group yet. And I have seen what happens when untrained groups are sent on a mission that they are not prepared for. I've seen those casualties, and I've seen the heartache that it brings to those in charge. We need to be drilling and talking and thinking the whole time we're on our way there. And we're going to need any and all resources and information from your family. Barbie.
Hey, yeah, they're really nice. You guys will like them a lot. One little small thing you should know, though, they don't know what happened to Jordy. I never actually told anyone before today.
We'll leave that to you if you want.
So I guess we're going to be, I look right at Rory, grabbing supplies, figuring out what we need tonight. We'll talk to Alistair.
If you guys want anything made, let me know. I'll just be in the shop, getting everything ready to go.
Yeah.
Making sure all the crates and everything are tip-top. But also, let's not, just for a second, I understand we could always be better. And we will be better. But let's not forget what makes this group great. Okay? Yes,
rest?
we're a little chaotic. Yes, our team comp is wildly inefficient. But we can get it done if we want to. We're capable of being that, while also still being us. Don't forget it. You're all cool. I'm cool. George is cool. We're all pretty cool.
Yeah. And maybe the fact that we don't make sense gives us some sort of advantage. Because people are expecting one thing, and then we just do whatever.
Damn right. Damn right.
Barbarians fed, collars popped, can't lose.
Already noted.
I'll say on that note that actually, Barbie, that gave me a wonderful idea. So I will gamify this a little bit. If you tell me, you will have to talk amongst yourselves about if you want to put together some sort of team move. You can practice that in the downtime. It would basically be both of you passing like a skill check to a combined skill check to make yourselves proficient in this move, essentially. And then we'll talk about how exactly those get rolled out in combat if they become relevant. So you will have time to figure that out. And then I will say, I will basically at this point, unless there's anything specific that you would like to cite that you need to grab or make, Brick, I'm gonna hand wave that it happens.
All right.
Montage. Montage.
I know I mentioned in session 0 if you guys would like a thing, just let me know. And Brick will design it for you, though.
Is there anything that we would like to accomplish before leaving Selbin?
Quick question for the DM. Is Tahakra, is that in the same general direction as opposite? Okay, great.
Tahakra is the Eastern Empire, so it's out east. You're getting southwest.
Southwest. Okay, great. Then the only thing I would like to just quickly talk to Marlon and ask him if Kina knows anything about the Feywild, or is she a resource that we might be able to talk to before we leave?
I can't find her, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
She shows up when she wants.
Okay. Sorry. I go find Rory.
You do so. Yeah.
Found me.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey,
How was that? Was that too strong? I feel like I know we've been trying to figure this.
yeah.
Feel like
I think we're towing the line between encouraging and being confident in people's abilities and like undercutting, but I think you bore the weight well, and I think it was a good thing. It was good to kind of sober our thoughts a little bit and not get too pie in the sky. And I think you landed on a good middle ground.
Okay. The research has been helping.
Yeah.
This is hard.
Yeah.
I don't know how my dad did it.
I don't know why you volunteered for it.
Somebody had to.
Yeah.
I didn't vote for you.
You're doing good. You're doing good.
Okay. How are you feeling? Do you need to feel like you want to go over everything, or Do anything before we bounce?
I got some things to kind of handle to feel good on my end, but I'm set. But if there's anything I can take care of for you.
Have you found anything out or any other lead about my issue? Because I feel like
Well,
that whatever's
question.
going on might
Yeah.
help in where we're going.
yeah. First of all, did Victor share anything about?
I told you everything.
You told me everything. Great. Well, what it felt like when Gotcha, Camion, great. So then, also the question would then be,
Sealed it with
it's all bullets. It's literally bullet points.
Sealed it with a kiss.
So, hey, so
Everything.
when you and Isaiah caught up, did he mention, you being used as a binding anchor at some point in the past? That
He just mentioned the mark on my arm. It was some type of part of a tracking spell. My dad interposed himself with the beam, and the track went to him. And when my father was no longer here, the track currently doesn't exist. At least that's what they think.
Well, it seems, yeah. Okay, so you being a Camion is crazy enough as it is, maybe. But this binding anchor, like I after everything with Kasha and the ritual, is that that binding seems like that's what was hunting the two of you. It sounds like your dad did enough to stop that, but that thing is still out there. I don't know if that's the same as what Kasha was trying to get in the primordial that Todd understood, and it's a lot. But if all that was just to get your dad back, I know that's heavy.
Yeah.
I don't know if that is going to dovetail into what we're going into now, but I'll continue researching and thinking about anything that we can do to handle that.
Sure. But what about the thing in me? The thing that happened when I killed Kasha?
Yeah.
I've been trying to reach that thing ever since. Any ideas?
I can let you roll. I'm gonna have to say it's a history check. Do you normally get that at advantage?
I don't get it at advantage. I'm proficient.
Okay. Go ahead.
11.
11. You would know at least from an 11 that it has something to do with that genealogy, but other than that, yeah.
I would just say, they were an ancient people. We don't know that much. I mean, everything I've seen in the book so far has not given me, but I'll keep looking. I'll keep trying to read between the lines and see if something there taps into that ancestry. But as the one who experienced it, I feel like you're probably better suited to recognize when that's coming up.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's not that important right now. The important thing is getting everybody ready and Barbie's issue. But I don't know. I don't know. That little power boost or something could help.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyways, rest. You're gonna need your rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think while they're having a meeting during this day, I think I don't want to speak for other characters, but I like the idea that Brick pops his head around Marlon's doorframe with Barbie and Todd, and it's just like, hey Marlon, we're gonna go do a little retail therapy. Do you want to come to the shops with us?
Yes, I would love to.
Awesome.
Yes, let's go.
Let's go.
It's gonna be like the best.
Yeah.
It's kind of a treat yourself situation, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
You know, it's been a day. Like, let's go. Let's window shop. Let's see something cool. I want to get something, but I don't even really know how much gold we have at all. But do we have gold?
Yep.
Okay.
You will get whatever you need. So,
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically Sterling Holloway's credit. So
Yes, we got Sterling's. We swiped Sterling's credit card.
Yeah.
So let's go nuts.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Barbarian and Taylor's, baby.
Nice.
Yeah.
yeah, you can do that. The shops are open late. If this is the same day as the parade, they open later into the night, so that people can still be shopping. There's a lot of people out, so a lot of foot traffic.
Loves me shopping.
So is there anything specific that you're looking for?
I would like to go to an enchanter, please, and thank you.
Sure. Yeah, you can do that. Where's my... Hang on, sorry. Where's my enchanter? Hoop. Yes, so you walk into... Oh my god. You walk into Blings and Things?
Blings and things?
Blings and Things?
Blings and things?
Yeah.
Ring-a-ding-ding, blings and things.
Hello!
Yes. Hello there. What's your name?
My name? Yes?
Yes.
Waiting for confirmation?
Yeah. Yes. My name?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were like doing a dramatic pause.
No.
My name is Barbara Warmheart. Hail and well met.
Hello. Well, hail and well met. My name's Manuel Greenblatt.
Hello, Manuel Greenblatt. I was looking.
Are you looking to enchant something?
Yes. I have my blacksmith's hammer here.
Oh,
I heard that you have the ability.
beautiful piece.
I'd like to soul bind this item, please, and thank you.
Ah, a soul bind.
Yes.
To whom? Oh, to you.
Yes.
Ah, of course.
Has anyone ever asked to soul bind to someone else that wasn't there?
Sometimes people ask.
That'd be
Sometimes people
kind of
ask
funny
things.
though if someone had something soulbound to them they didn't think about, but then they're like, "Oh, I need a colander." And there's poof, and they just had one. That'd be fun.
It's an old prank. That
That's
we used to
funny, I
do,
like
yeah,
that.
You know, wonderful. Semi-personal question: does anything live inside the hammer?
Oh yes, so sorry. Torch.
Oh, and Torch comes out. Torch was showering, so like, Torch has. I don't want to think too much about it, but yeah, he's slightly steaming. He's got a shower cap on. Yep. Yeah. Oh, hey, Brick. Sorry. Who's your friend?
Oh hi,
Hey.
this is Manuel. He's going to enchant the hammer really quick.
Oh, okay. Do you need me to?
Yeah, you can just hang out with me. He's gonna soul bind it, so I won't
great.
lose you.
Oh, good. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
He goes up onto your shoulder, and Manuel takes it, and
Just so you know,
Yes.
the handle is an immovable rod, so don't mess with that.
Oh, don't click the thing. This one.
Yeah,
Yes.
don't click it. And the rubies on top. The rubies on top.
Oh.
The rubies on top are
There we go. Okay.
the rubies on top and on the sides. Those I don't totally understand the magic of those, but sometimes they explode a little bit. So don't touch those. And the sapphire on the bottom. Again, a magic I don't totally understand. It maybe it's a little timey-wimey wibbly wobbly. I wouldn't mess with that either. Just know there's a lot going on here magically. And also, yeah, the inside it's a house for him. Just be very careful. I'm not 100% sure that this won't explode. So
Here's a Hadron Collider. Can you install Find My iPhone?
I could see why you'd like to soul bind this. Shouldn't lose this.
It's all handmade. It's all custom. So it's a lot.
I'm gonna soul bind it, and just for the hell of it, I'm gonna write your name on it. He takes it, and he can enchant it. It takes about an hour for the ritual. You hear him saying your name a lot, which is just part of the imbuing of the soul to it, the binding to it. But it is successful, and then he
Tickled me. I'm just picturing like.
I'm imagining
like
Barbara Gormott the 13th. Barbara Gormott the 13th.
Well, he has to do it. He has to do it like the voice thing, so it has to be like all different forms. Barbara Warmouth the 13th. Brick. Brick. Barbara Warmouth. Just a lot of those. All right. Let's test it.
Is there a word I use, or do I just think about it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. He waves his hand over a part of it. He goes, "Say your code word now."
I think my code word.
Hang on. Okay. You have to
Oh,
say
so sorry.
just the code word.
Okay, so sorry.
You can't say other things.
Okay, no, you're right.
Hang on,
You're right.
let me
I'm so
reset.
sorry.
Hang
Okay,
on. I have to use a little pin to reset it. Hang on. All right. Okay. Now, hang on. Let me think of your code. You think of your code word first.
I think of it. Okay.
Okay. And then when I push it, you have to say it.
All right.
Okay. Don't say anything
So
else.
have you pushed it yet?
Nope.
No.
3,
All right.
2,
Two,
1, and
Here we go, and I'm going to
No.
Shoot.
Hang on, sorry.
Shoot.
No, okay.
Done.
Yeah, shoot. I'll say shoot. Rock, paper,
I
scissors,
don't know if I
rules.
want it to be shoot.
No.
It's a hammer, it doesn't
I'll say
shoot.
shoot. 3, 2, 1, shoot.
Shoot.
And then you say your
And
code
then I
word.
say the code word.
Yes.
Yes.
Here we go. Oh, sorry. Okay. All right. Ready?
Ready?
3, 2,
And
1, shoot.
Shoot! I was say it's oot.
Oh, no.
Then it's
All right, it's oot.
No, it can't be oot.
Nope. The password attempts exceeded. You may try again in another 24 years.
Oot.
Is it oot or it's oot?
Oot.
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 Immediately.
Oot. Okay, I can make that work. Yeah.
But Torch still holding a rubber duck and his like shower brush is like, I like it.
Oot. Now about. He looks around to see if anyone from his group is with him. Now about soul binding things to people that they don't know are soul bound to.
Oh yes.
And then I think the shot goes away, and we will talk about it later.
And you see as the camera pans away, you just see him go, yes.
And we'll text
Yeah.
later.
Here's what I'll need. Incredible. We fade out from there. Anything else here in the capital that you would like to accomplish? Yes, Jason.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
First of all, earlier in the day when we were shopping, also some things I forgot to get were at the apothecary. I want to get some seeds and stitchcraft supplies.
Oh, great,
So
yeah,
leather, thread, cloth, if that's possible. Like,
You
I would
basically
that now.
get the equivalent of a components pouch, like for a wizard, but for stitchcraft.
Great.
Fix,
And I would love also like a little pocket mirror.
Sure. Yeah.
Great. If I can do all that, great. Then
Here we go.
To the notebook.
A scroll unfurls.
Spice.
all right. Oh yeah, Hillary Thatcher. How about that? I would like to gather the interns.
Oh, sure. Yeah, here they come. So Sav, Warren Windove, the little Windove kid, and Kai, they are all here. Moss Brinlow pokes his head in. Do you need me?
Nope. Oh, by the way, I give him his dry berries.
Did you have to go? Did you have to go to Thatch?
What is that? What's that about?
Don't worry about it.
All right. So I pull us all into a room in the library. First of all, I want to say I'm glad you're all safe. You don't have to. You're. Oh,
We're huddling.
we can huddle. We can huddle.
I really liked on the boat when we huddled.
Yeah,
so I like.
let's huddle. I've never.
Can we do it?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So first of all, I'd like to say I'm glad you're all safe. I hope everything was okay at the parade for you all.
Yeah.
That happened.
Kai sort of interrupts Sav. Sav sort of starts talking oh, that was really cool. And then Kai goes, I'm glad you're safe, Rory.
Thank you. I'm glad I am safe, and I'm glad you are all safe as well. All of your friendships are very important to me. But following that craziness, I had sort of a lantern moment. Look, people. And he has his notes. He has written this. He prepared this. Look, people want to tell us, and I do think this is the morning after. I think he worked through the night with some stuff. People want to tell us, I think we can all admit, people want to tell us that we're losers and nerds, and or judge how we spend our time and what is or isn't in their minds, worth pursuing. But I think it's time that we start acknowledging just how close civilization is to chaos. Guys, we have to be real. It's not some far distant thing. It can strike anywhere, anytime, even at a parade in the Capitol. It's a very thin veil. It's just a mirror's reflection away. And look, we may not get the credit, but we are important. And wrong, maybe. And a lot is built upon what we do, and not just here at the Grimhold. and I pull out a scrap of paper that I got from the Estelar hold. Look, and on a 25 that we rolled before, these are all the places in Selbin that I could find that have internship programs. And there are others further afield, you know. There's, and I kind of, I was like, there's some of the Galleria shops in Marbadarnoth I've heard have things, the Madwyn Asylum, the College of Bards in Kazramek, and just think for a moment if we all banded together, like a union or a guild, an order of interns. I mean, we are the backbone and lifeblood of society, if you think about it. You know, we know things, we can achieve things, and maybe historically we've been disempowered and dismissed because we're only ever seen in isolation. But starting now, starting in this room with the four of us, we could work together to gather intelligence and keep the chaos at bay, or at the very least be the very first to respond to it with a speed and efficiency hitherto unseen. And he minor illusions a single like red strand in the air, and then says, alone we are but a single fiber, a single strand, easily breakable, but, and then he kind of minor illusions like a color kind of associated with kind of what they're wearing, and each of them kind of makes this little sort of crisscross grid. But if we band together, we could eventually span the Empire. We could span Wild Country in a vast intern net. What do you say?
I'm surprised you didn't work harder at that.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Throughout this, I'm going to do them individually.
Yes,
throughout
please.
this, you've watched Warren, who, as I described Warren Windup previously as somebody who looks to have been extremely bullied. So he comes into this meeting. He sort of, hesitantly huddles up with Sav, and you watch him throughout this. Every time you turn back to him, each time is slowly. Like lighting up. You haven't seen him light up this way in the months that he's been since he's started working here. He looks very excited. He looks changed. Sav is just hanging on your every word. This is the coolest thing ever. You can hear, like, you could sort of hear him. He thinks it's probably in his head, but he is just under his breath going, "Yeah, Mr. Rory. Yeah, so cool, so cool, so fast internet. Yes, we love it." And Kai has just been like wide-eyed, like that, like shocked side smile of. And when you say how about it, she just goes, "Oh my God. Yes.
And repeat after me." And I have them all. You take your right hand and grab the person's the wrist on your left of the right hand and the other, and so we kind of form this.
It takes them an hour.
Yeah. Just, that's cool. Cool. So we got this little net. Repeat after me,
Connectivity
and
issues.
because I'm taking up time, I'm not going to make you repeat this 3 times. But what I have them repeat is, I am an intern. And it is my turn. To take up the mantle of all those whom have come before me, upon whose unacknowledged shoulders I stand. And to guide all those whom will follow me intern. My instructions clear and my processes detailed. I'm sorry, this is so long. Though my vigil may be solemn, I am not alone. I am strengthened by my fellow interns. We are all rowers on the internship. And
Warren is yelling this back at you at this point.
together we shall navigate all manner of seas to reach safe harbor. Our burden is all burdens above us, but we are not burdened. We are no more burdened than the tortoise by its shell. We are the silent foundation, the unseen hand, the unnamed legion. We are the first in and the last out. We are the first to take blame and the last to be rewarded. We are the first to act and the last line of defense. History will know our deeds, but not our names. History will not know all the disasters we averted, but we shall sing each other's praises and enshrine these tales in alcoves and break rooms. When civilization slips, we are the net that catches her so that she may try again. I commit my career to the path and my strand to the net.
Am I stranded in the net?
And I
Sav also tries to scream. He goes, ah!
It's okay. Breathe. And I have little strings that I tie around each of their wrists, and then I open book and I go, and here's the mission statement and action plan that I drew up, and it needs refining certainly, but it covers the gist. But you all have responsibilities while I'm away. For the time being, we'll divide things up, and we'll ensure this thing gets done right. You can see I've outlined a three-pronged approach. First things first, and I look at Sav and Warren. We need to grow. I want you guys to reach out to the interns at these other programs here in Selby that I shared. And I want you to start here, and I point at the discerning eye. I've met a couple of them, and I don't think that they share the host's vision. It's sort of a way for them to get into the industry. So I'd like you to start there, and then you guys move about as you see fit. I trust you. I have my three-pronged approach on a. Yes. And I hand them a little. I hand them a little packet, and it says, "The first duty assembly is yours." Now, Kai, we need to be careful. If we make too much noise, if we invite danger, and we need to go unnoticed, as interns always have. We don't want to start making a lot of noise. So the good news is, early days until the internet really takes off, anything that others might pick up or notice, they're likely to attribute to like some youthful trend or whatever. Take these for example. So I point at the wristbands and I go, so these are things that maybe they'll think it's a young kids thing, but I want you to start thinking about some sort of, I don't know, like an illusion that could conceal them, or another way that we could identify allies out in the wild without giving ourselves away. Anything you think of, I'm all ears. Okay. And additionally, I also want us to start kind of crafting our own internet language, a language that might sound a little off, but it doesn't quite give away its true meaning. Something similar to the language that thieves use, but more maybe academically inclined.
Nerd can't.
And I hand Kai.
Wheat can't.
I hand Kai a primer on her role, which is obfuscation. One idea I have it on page 12. You'll see. I thought it might also be smart for everybody to have like a separate moniker in the net, another name, perhaps even like a word or a short phrase that can be worked naturally into conversation if need be, or if it doesn't flow quite naturally, again, could be contributed to like what the kids are saying. And these ulterior suspicion eliminating recognizers or usernames are granted, yes, they're my idea, but Kai, from here on out, you're in charge of creating a shroud around what we're doing and protecting our identities. So, what does everyone want their username to be?
They all start to immediately like hustling, bustling, like trying to figure out their names.
I'm not going to make you come up with three on the spot if you want to rest.
I will come up with them. Yeah, here we go. Kai starts to step up, and as Sav and Warren are arguing, like, I think my name should be this. I think it should involve something about a ball holder, and I kind of won this year. And Kai's like, you don't want ball in your username. Trust me. But Kai steps up and is like starting to give feedback to them, and she keeps looking back at you for approval, but she nods. She goes, yeah, I think I can handle it. Yeah, we got it. We'll make you proud, Rory.
You guys already have, but I know you will.
I heard you were going somewhere soon.
Yes, which is going to make my role a little difficult. But I figure for now, I'm going with the others. But when I come back, I want to give you stuff to work on while I'm away. This doesn't have to be overnight. We're in this for the long haul. But yeah, I'm going to be away for a while, and I don't know if I'll be able to be super in contact. But just trust your guts and reference my notes and everything. But
She kind of stops you as you're saying like that. She like puts her hands on your shoulders. Rory, just promise me you'll come back, okay? Just be safe.
I will do everything in my power to be safe.
Good enough for me.
Yeah. I'm just we're gonna just finish my.
Yeah. No, you please. Yeah.
I just have sort of had the notes. I didn't.
Yeah,
know
I gotta get going on.
No,
this
I
stuff.
should.
I already have this. I already have the spreadsheet in my mind. I just have to put it like on an actual
Yeah,
thing.
I should schedule in a Q&A though at the end of these things. So thank you for reminding me that I should schedule time
Yes.
for us to have feedback like this. Great. Yeah, and let me know when you guys have usernames.
Yes.
Mine's Inkthis, by the way. So if you need to use that in the library, it should be easy. And lastly, okay, for the time being, the third role that I'm going to handle is leadership, somebody to keep us afloat and kind of guide the ship. And in time, I could imagine a council, or at the very least, there should be an election. But I'm getting ahead of myself. But there you have it. The four of us right now, we make up the AOL and the very founding members of the internet. So I just want to say thank you guys for jumping into a very big thing, and I know that's not easy.
Thank you. Thanks, Rory.
Thank you guys.
And the other two, yeah, okay, let's go. They head out to immediately start taking care of things. It's early in the morning the next day, so they can do that. I know you know how to add this to your feats. Go ahead and add inspiring leader.
Oh, wow.
Any other?
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
That 2-week break.
That's amazing.
Just wrote it up.
Brick's just hanging in the doorway like, I didn't vote for it.
I went home and I have to introduce the interns. I was like,
That's
my God.
That's
That's
gotta go.
great.
You have to put that
Fun.
speech online.
Yeah.
It needs to go
It's
online.
gotta be.
Is it gonna be? Oh
This
yeah.
whole thing is.
Yeah, that's,
Well, wait, we're doing this for the internet.
I personally feel like I've taken up way too much time. I will happily flash back to something. Rory has one more thing he would want to do before leaving, but it can easily be a flashback any time from here
Great.
on out.
Well, let's
Can be
do that.
in a session or two. Can be whenever.
Cool. Then let's save it. If
Yeah,
it
please.
sounds like that.
I would love to pass.
If anybody else has anything, I'm gonna start moving us forward in time also. So you can still take care of things in the capital if you want to retroactively. Same thing if you want to jump back in a flashback. We're gonna do that. But supplies gathered, new armaments made.
Should we? How many healing potions do we have
Oh,
before we start out?
how about you can roll a d4, and I'll just say Brick roll a d6.
2.
2,
4.
4. You have 4 regular healing potions that you can add to the inventory, and then 2 the next level up. No, what's the next greater?
Inferiors.
Yeah.
Thank you guys all also for
That
letting
was
me
so
come
fun.
That's great.
that was so cool.
Incredible.
Thank you.
I loved it.
It needs to be printed. You need
Just one thing, DM,
Please,
before
yeah.
we. Let me know if this is allowed technically. Brick pops up at Marlon's store, and I've just made a decision of what I'm making for you. There's just a small wrapped package, just in fabric, and as you open it up, you find 2 sets of brass knuckles. But they are completely, they're like obsidian black. They're like full on black. But as you kind of move them, you can kind of see like the purple of Akira's. There's a little bit of just like a displacer vibe to it. They're just matte black brass knuckles.
Incredible.
And Brick is just like, I know it was probably really hard watching your shadow friend just exist, and we're gonna find the real Keenan, and it's going to be okay. But just know that not everyone is a shadow person, you know. Like we're real and we're here, and we're gonna help you find your friend.
I really appreciate that. I've been just sitting here trying to figure out what happened to him or if I could have helped in some way. Yeah, it's hard. Or even if that is just the way he is now. I don't know.
It's tricky, but I know we're trying to find where you think you belong, but you also belong here. Just a reminder.
Thank you. Thank you for these.
I do not know if that changes the technicalities of your unarmed strike. So if those actually break your character in either direction, I'm sorry whether you or you.
I think I did this in the session 0. If you want to defer for the time being, you as the DM have the power to say, "I'll think about it."
Okay.
We won't benefit right away, but if I think of something that I can add to it, we'll do it. Because that sounds fucking cool. I want to reward that.
I just thought it fit his vibe.
Yeah. I want to reward that. I feel like it could be something similar to like the sapphire, like some displaced thing. I don't know. I'll think about it. Cool. I love that. Anything else?
So Barbie,
Yes.
over the course of multiple days, so
Yeah.
as we have set off, I
As
think.
we
So
set-
like,
yeah.
I think she actually said no to shopping.
Oh.
And went into her room. And I think she's gotten pretty sullen and really withdrawn. And we see like a montage of like push-ups, and it's too many push-ups, and there are tears, and she's, trembling and shaking, and then she's like not really sleeping. So like I just mechanically, I think she's developing points of exhaustion. I think she's not really long rested in days. I think she is just getting like, and it's becoming more and more that like she's just shrinking in on herself and thinking, I've got to get stronger. And so she's sort of obsessively like working out and not really sleeping and not really taking care of herself.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of been just like happening in the background of all of this.
I love it.
Yeah.
Are you isolating or are you okay? Well, then, without anything to do, Todd's like, because since you're isolating, Todd's just having a Hall & Oates montage of shopping and eating and yeah, exactly.
Carrying those notes.
Carrying those. He's
Down those
been-
halls.
Exactly. I feel like also he's like, after Rory's big speech, it sort of dissolves of that into Todd talking to his plates of food like that. And he's just like giving him inspiration and stuff like that.
I pictured that. I pictured a cutaway to Todd doing
Really?
that while he was speaking, and I almost whispered it to you. I like your
That's what I
character is
figured.
just so perfect.
Yeah, I
love
just
that.
felt he was just mirroring that, and he's got his bags from Rage Romano's and swords and
Deborah.
swords and boards.
I also like the idea that in like the day
Rachel.
the day before you leave, before you're all like setting off, the interns who've now been given like their jobs, like
Which I haven't told the group about.
Oh, right. Well, you haven't told them, but Sav and Warren, he thinks Todd's the coolest guy in the world, so he asked for Todd's help with some things like, how should I approach, what's the best way to like talk to new people?
Oh yeah.
Because I was sort of given an assignment about talking to new people, and I sort of just talking happens. Like talking happens at me.
Sorry, what? And Todd goes to the other side of the room. He's like, what?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you'd walked away. Just anything you can help out with would be great, Mr. Todd. Thank you so much.
That was my first lesson. Is you got to speak up. You got to be loud. You got to take command of a room. Let's hear you be loud.
Hey.
Okay. we got some work to do there, buddy.
Hey, everybody.
You know what Todd's taught? We have an exercise where I send them out into the woods for a week, and first of all, if they come back, that's lesson number 1. But they're supposed to keep at least 1.5 miles away from each other, and then communicate only through sound. So they can communicate.
Yelling over a
Yelling,
mile and a
yeah.
half?
Yeah. So they have to be able to
could do
communicate.
that?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I could teach you, but I'd have to charge.
Hey.
No.
can't
From
do
your
it.
belly, and Todd just is like, he's just like, all right, grab your fist, put it into your stomach, give yourself like a nice stomach punch, and then
Ow.
make some noise when you punch your stomach. Ready?
I think I knocked the wind out of myself. I think I knocked the wind.
Use your diet pram.
I think
Okay,
I
ready?
knocked
Yeah.
the wind
Ready?
out of my own body.
Yeah, no. You got this. You got this.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yes.
And push and out. There you go. That's pretty good.
It's a little better.
A little louder. Yeah.
Felt a little loud because
Yeah.
I scared myself.
Yeah,
That's
just
why
keep-
I screamed.
Keep doing that. Just as exercise. Like, just keep.
Sorry. I think that's enough for today.
Okay, that's
I
all
think
right.
I'm
That's
out.
the number one. You got this, though,
Thank you,
bud.
Mr. Todd.
You just gotta
Good luck on your mission.
take care of yourself. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to hear you. I'm gonna keep my ears open.
Okay.
We're
And
gonna come back from the hollow. He's gonna sound like Robert Goulet.
Yeah, exactly. When I come back, yeah, you better be.
Hello.
We better hear those dulcet tones.
Welcome back.
Intern concert.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. You got this.
Great. Yes, so you head out, and even on the boat, I imagine Barbie's isolating still a little bit.
This time she's got the flying boots and she's doing sit-ups. In the air. Yeah, with the-
Whoa.
I love it.
Still crying though, it's just getting into her hair.
Yeah. I also imagine the very sad like push-ups and then like you're crying and it's like tears like soaking into the wood like oh.
That's exactly right.
So
Poor Barbie,
sad.
and she's getting real nervous about going back to Illendale.
Well, the worst possible thing happens. You arrive in Illendale.
I actually, if Barbie is isolating the whole, starting, I honestly think Victor would try to reach out to her like the day before.
That's a leader.
So, because and we could do this like meta guys when in between sessions and stuff. But like, Victor brought like a travel chalkboard. And we're drawing up we're drawing up plays. We're trying to think of okay, so Marla's really good at room the shadows. Brick really good with light. Like we're trying to figure out who's the best team up. Do we split the barbarians? It's all sorts of we're drawing up plays. We're figuring out strengths and weaknesses and stuff like that, and how to cover each other's stuff. Victor is also sparring maybe a little too hard with Todd and Barbie, and when he's trying to get hit. So that when he does get hit, he is trying to take that moment to see if that somehow, he just kind of goes into himself to see if he's where is that thing? Where was that thing that happened when Kasha was in front? Damn it, where was it? And he's just, but he's kind of doing it on purpose. Yeah.
Todd and I get together, we do the flying boots and the jumping boots, and then we double headbutt you.
Good Lord. Your ears are ringing for days.
But Victor's training really hard and can clearly notice Barbie her output's decreasing. And Victor has been doing this for 10 years. So he knows that something is up.
Yeah.
So as we're kind of maybe the night before, something like that, would attempt to talk to you about it. Please. So if you are isolated in your room, he would come and knock on the door. Okay. Barbie?
She's up in the thing. Huh? Yeah, come in. Okay. And then Victor. That's on the ground. Hi. Hi. Do you need? Are we training again?
Wow. No, Barbie. The past couple of days, I've noticed that when we were training, that you're getting weaker, Barbie.
What? That's not possible. I'm training. I'm training. No, I'm getting stronger. I have to be getting stronger.
I know, but Barbie, I've been where you've are right now, actually. I've told Rory this, but I haven't told everybody else this. For 7 years after Kasha killed that nice couple that took me in and gave me their grandson's sword, my driving purpose was to get strong enough to kill her. And I was only able to do that because of your help. I didn't do it on my own. And that has not sat well with me. I'm glad I killed her. But if it wasn't for Rory's quick wit with the griffins, your slingshot that knocked her off, Brick standing there, distracting her, I don't know if I could have taken her. After all this time, I don't know if I could have taken her. And as you know, I grew up in a military institution, so I know a lot about working out and getting stronger. And I was taught the correct way of doing that to make it actually work. And you are strong. Probably stronger than me. Maybe even stronger than Todd. Maybe. But I know what it's like to be being fueled by emotion and trying to get stronger in that way. Pushing yourself beyond all limits is great, but the way you're doing it right now with what we're about to face is not giving you the boost that you want and what we need.
I don't know how to try any harder.
You don't need that, and that is what I learned. That's the hard lesson I learned after Kasha. As I pushed myself too hard in those 7 years. And I did get stronger, and I went through a lot of things and learned a lot about myself and other people, but I was training for revenge and not to actually get stronger to help others. And I know that's what you're all about.
Yeah.
But the only way you can help others is if you're okay. And you, right now, are clearly not okay.
What are you talking about? I'm fine. I'm fine. And I'm gonna get stronger. I can get stronger. I can do this.
I put my hand on her shoulder, even though she's probably talking.
She looks
I'm looking up at her. You definitely can get stronger. I don't know your upper limits. But the only way to get stronger is you need to take time to make sure that you're okay and your body needs to rest. Because they're strong here, and I grip her hands. Damn, that's
She flexes
that's
a
a good
little.
deltoid. Okay, yeah, wow. But you also need to get stronger, and I tapped her temple. And that is what I learned very recently, is that having a strong body is fantastic. And trust, in present company, like we have some very strong bodies. But it's up here where the work needs to happen right now. And I'm only partially on that path. And we need you at 100%, both here and here. And so you're pushing your body too hard, and that's also going to hurt your mind. And we need you. I know this situation is not ideal, and it's crazy and emotional and all sorts of stuff. And that we can't control. But making sure you get enough rest, making sure you eat right, making sure you're around your friends, that we can control. And that's what we need the most from you right now. So please, come out of your room. Brick is regaling everyone with another story. He would love your company. And then I need you to sleep. And if you need a workout buddy, Rory and I think Brooke is joining some mornings too when I can get him out of bed. Would love to have you. And if you need, you can just follow along with us. But, we can't work out, tomorrow's legs. So,
I never skip leg day.
well, then maybe take tomorrow off. Skip leg day. Let your legs rest for a day. Because your body needs to rest. We're going up against the unknown and you need to recover.
But what if somebody gets hurt because I'm not strong enough?
But then that means we're all not strong enough.
Okay.
So we'll be the strength you're lacking right now.
Thanks, Victor.
I try to pull her out of the room.
Go ahead and make a strength check.
Yeah.
We're going to see if she resists.
Do you want to flip a coin first, or?
She goes with you,
Oh, great.
willingly.
I did it.
But do your strength check.
A gentleman's 2.
He's too willing, she trips into you.
She goes with you. Pure courtesy.
Yeah, and you come back in the room and I'm like, so his name was Richard. And then it's like,
Wow. That story had everything.
You started to time it with a fire effect, so it's like an illusion. You disappear. Barbie, you join the circle out here on the boat as the ship sails into the night. Hasn't really happened yet, but it starts to rain. Kind of one of those light spring showers. Nothing too heavy, nothing too adverse. Just kind of peaceful, just kind of restoring, refreshing. As the stories continue, as the merriment continues, I think, if you're willing, I think Barbie feels a little bit more relaxed. I think they sleep a little bit more peacefully that night. You have a dream for the first time of your parents that is not like a stressful dream. It's just kind of a...
Adam's laughing because I have a lot of stress.
Remember, it's a film club. Remember, it's a fantasy game. Keep it light. 8 hours of rest heals you magically. It's so great.
All right, so dream about my parents. That's not stressful. How nice for me.
And a couple more days on the boat pass, and you arrive in the tropic lands of Illendel. Illendel, which means paradise. In an ancient, in the High Elven. It takes you a couple days, less than a day, but most of the day to get to town of Sootspree, which is where the Mordusa clan lives. You're right on the edge of the Rosewood. You kind of walk through the encampment, but it looks like most of the younger folks are gone. It looks like they're on some sort of trip. And of course, you know where the older folks are. They're with your mom, and they're on the grand hunt. It's early spring, so they have to hunt for the season. And you can hear the Rosewood alive with various wild animals, various bestiary that you're familiar with. It's kind of that switch from the urban setting of Selbin. You're used to you've kind of gotten used to city life's noise and everything like that. We know a little bit about that here in New York, but you hear this familiar sounds of home, just wild animals moving about freely. You can hear some of the noise of the hunt as you start to carry on into the Rosewood. How is Barbie feeling in this moment?
Barbie is quieter than usual. She's not joshing around. but
fair.
she is.
Trademark.
But she is stoic and resolute and a little more grounded and genuinely excited to see her dad. Yeah.
As you are crossing into the Rosewood, it takes you a few hours as you start to walk into where the paths deteriorate. You're in uncharted territory, basically. It's find your own way. I would like you to make, and anybody who is proficient can also do this, just to help with the navigation of it all. But if you have proficiency in nature or survival, which are both wisdom checks, there would be.
Before we get too far from that point, how did we divvy up the healing potions?
You had 6 total, 2 of which were greater, 4 of which were regular. So if
We
you
want to do one to each. Who would most benefit from the graders?
Not me.
Barbie, you
I
don't
have
need a greater one?
Because I have so many hit points.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like I'm on the lower end of health.
Oh, I think it's more that you're probably, but also you're going to be probably taking more hits.
I'm going to be taking more hits, but I have 73 hit points.
I think the graders should go to Marlon and Victor because they're the ones that get in the mix and they can't take as many hits as you and Todd, whereas our job is kind of staying out of the line of fire. So I think you guys should take the graders and we should all take a regular.
Sounds fair.
For me?
Just for a point, we don't have to act this out in any way, but I like the idea as they're walking through the forest, Brick spends a good amount of time. Like, you know how you walk around talking on speakerphone with your phone? He's doing that, talking to his parents and telling them all about
He's
the...
that tourist who's like
Yeah.
describing
It's like,
everything
look
he
at
sees.
this, it's all so cool out here.
Yeah, you can hear one of the sort of slight effects of the Rosewood itself is that signal is a little spotty. It's one of the first times that you've found like almost a dead zone, and occasionally you're hearing like everybody else is hearing like the idle chatter, like occasionally Brick, you're cutting out, but it comes back, it cuts in and out. But that's probably the first time I think that you would be experiencing that. So it's interesting, but it gives you some insight into just how magical the Rosewood itself is. As you're walking through, nature and survival checks. What do we got?
22.
22.
6.
Sorry, I need to roll.
Barbie is distracted.
Oof.
If we're proficient, will that give us advantage or no?
It'll give you the bonus. It won't give you
just the
advantage,
bonus.
but it'll give you
That
whatever.
is an 18
But I have
survival roll.
something.
Hell yeah.
Survival roll.
Nature or survival.
Are we all rolling? Because I'm not good at either. I would defer.
If you
Or
can,
is this a group check?
I think you should roll anyway, just because Barbie is so
yeah.
out
Wow.
of it.
I'll let it.
Well, that's not even worth.
Oh no.
Get it out of the way.
Yes.
Sorry, you said if we were proficient, we got what? We rolled advantage or?
No. Just if you
I
have the
see.
proficiency, you can roll.
I see.
18.
18? Awesome. 18, 22. Victor takes the lead. Barbie, you sort of describe the direction that you would need to head into to find where essentially the borderlands are between the Cosmic Hollow and Wild Country. You're a little bit distracted. Even though it was a little bit more peaceful, you found, it's still a little nerve-wracking. And you can't give much more specific directions than what is needed. Victor kind of powers you all through. Eventually, you hit a small clearing and set up in like this like very makeshift canvas tent, sitting in like one of those low like folding canvas chairs, kind of lightly roasting something over like a small campfire. You see this human man, older, kind of sun-tanned skin from hours, days, years trekking. He has this like long brown beard. He has this like long-ish hair kind of swept back. It is like he does have like a form of dreadlocks, so they're like kind of pulled up and then like tied back, and he's just quietly humming to himself. As soon as he sort of hears your group approach, like within a few feet, you see him like flick whatever's on the skewer that he was roasting, like it looked like some sort of like a sausage or something, and he flicks it off and he just goes, "Ha! Hey, who's going? What's going on? What?"
Brick is the face of the party, so
Hail and well met.
Whoa! Hey, stranger, what's
And I scooch out in front.
what? Do you,
And I think I have dancing lights going, and they kind of just like all. Is it nighttime?
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that they all kind of just like illuminate Barbie.
They all spotlights right there.
I like the idea that Barbie is scooching between Marlon and Brick, like just fully visible, but just can we just move to the front?
Hey, what's all this? Oh. Hey, kiddo.
Hi, Dad.
Oh my God.
And she runs.
Give me a hug.
And she does the like smaller person
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. He's
like
a little bit.
He's
'cause
littler than
Barbie's
her, but
6 feet, right?
yeah.
Yeah, he's like 5'6", 5'7". So he's just a little
Short
bit.
king.
Yeah, short. Hang on. I'm 5'7", so hang on a sec. Let's take it easy. This is like a constant thing in my home game too. I'm like, oh yeah, he's like kind of short, and they're like 5'7". I'm like, no, fuck you.
Yeah, in a world where gnomes exist, we're still 5'7".
Come on, man.
You're right. We already have a short king.
All of us short people should get together. No, you do the bend down. He's sort of up on his toes. Oh my gosh, kiddo.
I missed you so much. How are you
I miss
doing?
you too. It's so good to see you.
You too.
You didn't tell. Well, I guess you couldn't have told anybody that you were coming back. We don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mom's leading the hunt. So yeah. I mean, you could probably. We're probably a little bit away.
We
maybe
heard
could
her
hear-
on the way in.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Good.
These are my friends.
Oh, hey, hi. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, everybody. I'm gonna actually. This will be fun if I can pull this off. There's a Discord message with all of us on it. Cody, Bree, and Gary are all on it too, but it's the only one that has all of us on it. So they'll get this out of context message, which will be great. But so spoilers for you three. But here's
Wait, what? Where?
I think it's about to be sent.
Oh.
here is
Oh, so excited.
here's Tarswell.
Ooh,
Cool.
Your
Daddy.
indeed.
Oh.
You're right.
I got a hot sister. You gotta have that. It's,
How it goes.
Yes.
Oh wow.
He looks around everybody. Tarswell, pleasure to meet all of you. Kiddo, these are the people you work with?
Yeah. We've been going on adventures together.
Oh, you guys you've been keeping her safe though, right? Because
Oh yes, they're very strong, Dad. It's okay.
great.
It's
okay.
kind of been the opposite. Your daughter is wildly very competent. She's very.
Oh, I know she's absolutely competent. She's
Amazing.
she's the girl after my own heart. But yeah, we just we didn't do much training at home, so yeah.
I've been doing a lot of training actually, though, Dad. I'm getting a lot stronger.
You look it, hon. That's great.
Thanks.
I mean, you're walking a little far into the Rosewood. Is everything okay?
Yeah, we're actually on a mission.
Okay.
We need to go to the Cosmic Hollow, Dad, and we need to fight some Fae. Just trust me on this. We have to, okay? So it's gonna be okay, and we're gonna be strong. We can do it.
I trust you with my whole heart, kiddo. Okay. Can can everybody, Barbie, you can choose to not do this if you want, but could everybody roll an insight check for me in this moment, please? Let me know if you get above a 15.
I got a 19.
19.
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
I got a 15.
15 exactly.
Nope.
Nope.
10.
10. Barbie, 15 exactly. Your father, you know your father well. There's something in that, in his hesitation. I don't think there's more to it that you can glean from that. Marlon, Brick, you've seen enough of like people withholding information to know something's going on. It doesn't seem like it's like, like evil or like some evil intention, but it does seem like it wasn't totally just the shock of like, okay, you're going to the Feywild? Great. So there's something else to it. But he says, okay, well, I know I just met you all, and it's not that I don't trust my daughter or I don't trust her friends, but, well, honey, if you're going to the Cosmic Hollow, then it's a father's duty. I'm gonna go with you.
Oh.
And he
Dad.
immediately turns and starts packing up camp.
Wait, no, you don't need to come with us.
No.
No, I want you to be safe. You need to stay here.
No, you need to be safe. And if you're going, I believe you when you say you could take care of yourself. I get it.
What's wrong with the hollow?
What's wrong with the Hollow? Well, a lot of people think the Hollow's governed by chaos. And it is. It's a lot of chaos, but it is also ruled over by rulers who try to harness that chaos as much as they can. And that can manifest in different ways. So it's not that there are no rules, it's that there are a lot of rules, and they overlap.
So there's order and there's chaos.
There's order in the chaos, yes.
Chaos is balance.
Chaos tries to I feel like you're referencing something and I live out in the wild. I don't know what's going on. He's like shaking the skewer at you. Don't know what's happening.
I think what we're going to say is that the Cosmic Hollow is a ladder.
Okay, that also feels like a reference to something. I'm packing up my campsite.
By the Cosmic Hollow, chip and shatter, right? Then that we're just saying stuff.
Yeah.
No, I think Brick pushes it. That there was some. When we brought it up, there's something you're not telling us. And if we're gonna keep your daughter safe, I mean, if you can come with us, that's fine. I mean, yeah, we like your whole steez. You're a great guy. Yeah, it's maybe a word I made up. What do we need to know what we're walking into?
Oh my God, you own it now.
Well, I mean, I would like you in this moment, if you want to roll persuasion or intimidation.
And can I help a little bit by
Please.
saying, Dad, you can trust us. And honestly, the more we know, the better, because we don't know a whole lot.
Go ahead and make it at advantage.
We're trying to be a better team, you know? We're really trying to do a good job.
Go ahead and make it at advantage, and
Barbie's.
don't tell me which one you rolled, persuasion or intimidation.
Well, I rolled the same thing twice.
Oh.
Ooh, let me know what the number was.
I rolled a 16.
He stops, he sort of freezes, he looks you over. Blacksmith?
Yeah. One of the best.
All right. I won't bullshit you.
Please don't.
The Cosmic Hollow, as I said, governed by a lot of rules. It's also governed by a lot of deals. And sometimes you have to make deals to be able to do certain things.
What's the deal with Cosmic Hollow?
Well, maybe I should have told you this before, Barbie, but for me to move freely back and forth between the two realms, I had to make a deal.
You did? What was the deal?
The deal was you.
What do you mean?
That's I don't know how to describe this. I have to talk around it a little bit. That is the extent to which I can talk about it. Or something bad happens. Does that make sense?
If I magically force you to talk about it, do you think that's a workaround?
I think it'll just kill me.
Okay, not worth trying.
Can you say whether you think you made a bad deal? That's just an opinion that you
Yeah,
have.
that's just an opinion.
It's just an opinion. You see him pause and stop. You see him look at Barbie. No, I don't think it was a bad deal. I don't think it was.
Okay, I trust you.
If we ask you questions, yes or no, can you say yes or no?
No, I don't.
Oh, you just did.
Oh,
Oh no, I'm sorry. I killed your father.
all the NPCs are booby trapped. He just nods and looks at you, Barbie, kind of helplessly. I think mirroring a similar emotion that you've had recently, maybe even up until this moment. And he says, "Yeah, just it may be something that comes up. Hopefully it doesn't. But if you're going there,
We need someone to broker our deals.
Are you worried about the person who made the deal with you encountering us?
I mean, it's hard to kill a fae, so a lot of them still exist. So
Have you paid your... Has the deal been completed, or are you still paying?
I'm still paying it off.
Is it safe to travel with you?
It's safer than not traveling with me, I think. Okay. If you think it's not, I'll tell you what. I'll walk you to the moon gate at least.
I trust you.
I'll walk you to the borderland at least, and then you can reevaluate there. You'll have a little bit of time, I'm sure. Moon gate has to open periodically, so we'll probably catch it at an interval if we leave now.
Like right now, like tonight?
We'll keep going. We're probably about another mile out.
Okay. Okay, yes, okay. But you have to promise you have to be safe, okay?
All right. I promise you, kiddo.
And you also have to promise that if there's an opportunity where we can get you out of your deal, you have to let us know. We don't need any modders on our team, okay?
Okay, I'll do what I can. I'll do it. Yeah.
I understand you're trying to protect your daughter, but we can also
Yes.
help you too.
Well, when you're with us, we'll protect you.
Great.
Any father of Barbies is a father of ours.
You might like my dad. You want to talk to him?
Incredible. He finishes up packing, and you all continue. He takes the lead. He's kind of walking alongside Victor. I feel like there's like a tense, it's like, oh, cool
Sir?
sword.
Thank you.
Very nice. Ooh, quick point of order. I should clarify, just that above the table moment. The sword was Grace and Nicholas's eldest sons.
Eldest sons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just, you know.
Let's take it from the top. Let's
Here we go.
We'll back it up again.
But you start to see, as you're walking through, the rosewood kind of clears a little bit. The canopy kind of raises in height, but it encompasses the dome of the sky, and you don't see moonlight. You don't see the night sky. Brick's dancing lights are the only thing keeping things illuminated until you reach a certain part. And you hear Tarswell whisper, "You see them, the ghost lights." And you see floating these like dandelion seeds almost, illuminated lightly, just kind of suspended in midair. And they're forming this like line. And he points and he goes, "Once we cross, we'll be technically in Fey country." Do you all understand?
Yes.
Okay.
I turn to Todd before we enter Fey country. Do not make a deal with anyone. Do you understand me?
I'm sorry, but I cannot make a deal with you.
We're not in Fey country.
Checkmate.
Okay, I then deal, yeah. But once we're in Fey country, I can't make a deal with anyone. Including you. Including anyone.
With anyone.
Okay, no deal. Then, but I'll make a deal now.
Okay.
A deal.
I promise someone not be in my worst behavior today. I feel like in this walk, every single character in their own way did have a conversation with Todd like, "Hey Todd, here's the deal. Hey bud, I love you, and we love your free spirit.
I know you all think I'll
This
make a deal.
is not the place to be.
Joke's
Mess
on
around."
them, I'm the one who made the deal.
Right. I know. Look. I know you think that I may not be able to control myself. I may have a little bit of a rage problem. I may have a little bit of a brain a little slower than some others, but I think I can handle myself. In where are we going?
Deal. I say it 25 times.
deal.
You want to make a deal, you got to check with me, Todd.
Okay. All right.
As you do that,
I own the word.
You say it 25 times. You all, Tarswell looks at you, all nods. He nods last at Barbie. He grabs you, he holds out his hand for yours. And he goes, "All right." And he steps forward, past the line of ghost lights. What do you all do?
I go with him.
I'd like to make a deal, please.
I walk through as well.
I walk through.
As you all,
And just before I walk through, I'm like, deal or no deal? No deal.
and you close the button,
Close the button, hit the button, and I
the
walk.
banker,
I get
the silhouette of the banker. You step forward and immediately are met with daylight. It's like stepping through like this curtain. And you're met with an incredible sight. But we'll talk about what they see next time on Bonus Action. See y'all next time. Thank you, folks. We'll see you for the next one. Good night, Wild Country. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, boy.
Bye.
Good episode.